Janice Combs, we on your A. Mason Betha, Mace the rapper, had already said that Diddy was putting everything in his mama name. His mama, Janice Combs, I think she's about 84 years old. Ma'am, you might have to cough up some of them goods. Ex-gangster who was an associate of Diddy reveals he is filing a lawsuit against the disgraced mogul's mother. Sean Diddy Combs used his mother's name to allegedly form a criminal enterprise to hide money and other business deals, according to a former friend who worked with the disgraced bad boy mogul. Dion D1 Best appeared on DailyMail.com's podcast, The Trial of Diddy. Oh, here we go with the podcast, where he claims Combs used his mother Janice's name to hide artist publishing rights, including deals Best said he brokered in the late 1990s. Best claims his company Finish Line Entertainment signed artists to Diddy who worked on various albums for Bad Boy, including Christopher Notorious B.I.G. Wallace's 1999 Born Again, which reached platinum status and sold over 1 million copies. Best 56 said the way Combs allegedly organized his business deals not only took publishing rights from him and the artists who worked on the songs, but built them out of future earnings. I'm sure a lot of us already know this or had an idea about this, but this is an actual lawsuit. So here we go. All of my publishing rights went to Janice Combs. Best told DailyMail.com exclusively, I'm here to talk about a different section of his allegations and what I feel to believe involves his mother, Janice Combs, aka Mrs. Roper. The Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, the RICO, is about holding people accountable for systematic actions. He added, these actions have caused financial hardship, emotional hardship, but not only myself, but other artists in the business through what I feel was fraudulent and coercive activity. And I think that Janice Combs falls under those guidelines. Best told DailyMail.com he plans to sue Janice Combs and her company because the Bad Boy deals were signed to her name. Meanwhile, Diddy remains at a Brooklyn jail and is facing multiple federal charges, including ex-trafficking and racketeering charges. His attorneys have declined to comment on Best's allegations. DailyMail.com also reached out to Janice Combs' attorneys for comment. Best also alleged Combs did the same thing with songs his company created on other albums, including rapper Black Rob's 2000 album Life Story and Combs Forever, which also hit platinum status after it was released in 1999. While historically it was not uncommon for record label owners or record labels to take a percentage of an artist's publishing as part of their signing deal, artists have since pushed back because of the potential future earnings their songs could garner. Look at Mrs. Roper, y'all. Look at Mrs. Roper. The black Mrs. Roper. Other artists who work for Combs, including Mark Curry, have alleged Diddy was able to circumvent certain deals because he allegedly used Janice Combs to seal the deals. In a viral 2020 rant, rapper Mace Betha claimed Diddy also took his publishing rights away. How dare this ninja talking about he want receipts, Mace said of Combs in the clip. Let's start with your mother, ninja. Your mother got the receipts, ninja. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who's got the receipts, ninja. And this was side note. This was following an interview or an appearance because he don't really let them ask him the tough questions on The Breakfast Club. This is after he went on there saying, what does he owe Mace? He paid Mace. Mace only did this. Mace don't deserve this. Mace don't need this. Blah 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 blah. So then Mace had to, come out and blow up his spot. Like, your mama got my money. What you talking about? What you talking about? There ain't no receipts because your mama got them. So anyway, Best, who has left gang life and has turned to religion and now coaches youth sports, said he became friends with Combs and Notorious B.I.G. after they met at parties in L.A. that were frequented by Hollywood A-listers. Best said the Bad Boy producer would call him up for protection and check in to see if it was safe for him to be in certain areas of L.A. That's the best Mrs. Roper looked. That's the best I've ever seen Mrs. Roper look. It was also at this point that Death Row's Suge Knight, who hails from Compton, had allegedly threatened Combs, Best claims. So, by this being my hometown, I knew how to maneuver through the community, through the streets, Best said. Let's just say everybody was aware that Suge Knight and Puffy had a situation. Suge is a big guy. I'm not a big guy, but I had the type of relationship with Suge that I could say, Suge, ease up, and he would respect the situation. As Combs and his artists came to LA to work on music or to party, he became close to Wallace, who was more calm than the arrogant Combs, Best said. He claims he was with Wallace the night he was off during a drive-by shooting on March 9, 1997, just outside the Peterson Automotive Museum, where Vibe magazine's Soul Train Awards after party was held. Best said he had warned Wallace that week to keep close to him while he was in LA. On that particular night, Best said Wallace and him were briefly separated as they were leaving the party. And why was that? The next thing he heard were the fatal shots that would ultimately off Wallace. I never understood how he wasn't with me when we exit through the door, Best said. I think about it more today. I felt like somebody literally lured him away from me, pulled him away, and said, let's go this way. Well, I would love to really know what happened. He continued, I tried to explain that to him. Man, you can't just be moving around by yourself. Best said he believes Biggie, who was Bad Boy's most lucrative artist, was looking to leave the label and Combs right before his permanent departure. Best said he was not surprised the former mogul is facing a possible life sentence if he is convicted on all charges. He added watching the now viral video of Combs attacking his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, in 2016 at a hotel in Los Angeles angered him. That video of Cassie broke my heart, Best said. I have 2 daughters, a mother, sisters. It's like, wow, you can kick on Cassie, but you don't want to stand up to Suge? I go through the captions. Dion D1 Best says he plans to file a lawsuit against Janice Combs because the matriarch's name was used by her son Diddy to allegedly hide his business dealings for Bad Boy Entertainment. And I'll put the link for the article in the description box if you want to take a look yourself. Janice Combs, far right, walks out of a Manhattan federal court with her grandchildren. Why was something like that? Biggie left and Diddy Wright performed at the International Amphitheater in Chicago in April 1995. So what do you do? Okay, let me read this. And Combs' former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, sued the Bad Boy Mogul in 2023 and alleged he forced her to have sex with Mel Prost and Wood Drug and beat her. So this is the conclusion I've come to with the music industry. They're not going to push you and make you a superstar unless they are going to get more out of the deal. As the article said, they get a percentage, like the producers or the owners or whatever, the head of the labels, whatever, get a percentage. But we all know by now most of these record labels have robbed their artists, since the beginning of time. And it's like a catch-22. Well, do I just sign the contract so I can become a celebrity or become like a huge name, a huge superstar, and then don't get anything out of it? Or do I hold out for a good deal and then never get signed? Or do I hold out for a good deal and then my products are not pushed because the people over me, my boss, the record label owners, aren't making anything off of it? If the record label owners are not making anything off of it, why would they push you to be the superstar? Why would they push you to make all this money and they're not getting anything out of it? So it's almost like it is a catch-22. So, I know there are other ways to get your product, get your music and stuff out there now where you don't have to depend on these labels, thank God. But back in the day, it's like you couldn't win for losing, And I guess they take advantage of people that don't really have any other way to be successful or become rich. So they're going to sign the deal. So at least they're getting something, or at least they're getting their name out there, or they think that, okay, I'll just sign this deal and then I'll be able to, break free eventually, or I'll be able to whatever. Y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. I'll just be a regular old person. Thank you. So I just wanted to come to you with this. I'll be checking on it to see if he is actually or has actually filed a lawsuit. Mr. Dion D1 Best. All right, let me know in the comments what you think. Are you surprised? Did you already know this? Do you think it's going to get a little more serious for Janice Combs, or are they just going to, I don't know. I think if they start these lawsuits, if they start suing Janice and people can find that money or find the linkage to Miss Combs, Janice going to have to come up off that money. It's unfortunate. I'm not, coming down on an older lady, but it is what it is. All right, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. And check out the link to my membership in the description box. Bye.